Hey guys, so it is Mira Young, and I'm back with the Mirror Method, which is my book, and I'm actually giving away some of these books. So if you set up a 15-minute with me in the link below, you'll be able to grab one of these books. The 15-minute will be either with me or my team, just depending on the schedule and the timing of it. So this is a continuation of episode 2, which is faith, follow-up, and faith, finances, and follow through. So I wanted to read this chapter because I felt like faith, finances, and follow through is so important. I think that that's where we all kind of get muddy, because it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to get the money that I need. And if I don't get the money that I need, then I'm going to be down and out. And then if I'm down and out, what am I going to do? And I haven't followed through, and I haven't called this person back, and I'm nervous, and we're going to cut that out. So I want to spend some time just reading this part of my book to you guys, because it's a really continuation of episode 3. We'll get deeper, and I'll share my screen, and we'll go into what actual financial budget looks like and can look like for you to really start to scale. Number one, before I get into this, number one thing I want to say is stop DoorDash, stop eating out, stop spending your money on food. I had to say that. Say that to myself, say that to you, say that to you, and say that to myself, okay? Stop spending money on food. If you do not have a 3-month emergency fund, you should not be spending $1 on DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, any delivery service, because I know y'all be getting slick like, well, no, stop it. Stop it. Okay? We want to be able to truly be the living legacy and be who God has called you to be. So if you're trying to get on that path with me, stop that DoorDash, stop that Uber Eats, okay? So for the longest, I find myself in cycles, starting and stopping. I would start off hot with a cool new idea. I would look around and get distracted by other people and what they're doing and how they're making money and how they reach success, and fall into the cycle of uncompleted tasks. Have y'all ever been there? Oh my gosh, falling into the cycle of uncompleted tasks. And this is repeatedly. My follow through game was non-existent unless it was for someone else. I was a nice girl. I was always sticking my neck out for others with no motivation, no intentions, just to be kind, just to be nice. And this is so true. This is so true. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, now that I look back on it, I'm like, you cannot just be the nice and kind girl with no motivations, no intentions, and no darn money. Okay? You have to prioritize yourself. You have to think about yourself. You have to put yourself in a position where God is calling you to take care of others. But you have to take care of yourself first. So back to the book. I looked in the mirror one day and said, when am I going to be nice to myself? And if you watch the last episodes, I want you to look in the mirror right now. Pause this video, get your camera, look in the mirror right now and say, when am I going to be nice to myself? When am I going to be nice to myself? You've been nice to everybody else. You've done things for everybody else. You've been in backwards for everybody else. You're making sure that everybody else got what they need. You will spend your last to make sure that everybody else is good. But when are you going to be nice to yourself? When am I going to follow through for myself? That's another good question. When are you going to follow through for yourself? If your friend called you and say, hey, I want to have a birthday party. Can you help me with getting the cake and getting the candles and getting the food? And you like, yeah, girl, I got you. I got you, girl. And you get the cake and you call the people and you get the food and you do everything. But you ain't followed through with what you said you were going to do. You didn't follow through when you said, oh, I'm going to have a gathering. I'm going to have a party for my friends to inspire and empower us. But you never followed through with that. But here you are at the cash register, giving your money to help your friend, giving your money to pay for your friend's party, giving your money to make sure it looks good, giving your time, giving your energy. When are you going to follow through with you? So when I stopped seeing what was wrong with me and appreciating, when I stopped seeing what was wrong with me and appreciating what was right with me. But this chapter isn't just about me, it's about finances. Okay. Well, it's about finances. Have you ever found yourself wrestling with your finances? Well, I did. I found myself wrestling with the challenges, not just in my pocket, but in my heart too. Money, or the lack thereof, wasn't just a physical burden. It was an emotional roller coaster. Have you ever been there where it's like, if your bank account is on like good, like you're like rolling, all your bills paid, you like, oh my gosh, we partying, oh my gosh, you having a good time. When that bank account hit a certain amount, straight face. You don't want to talk. You don't want to speak. You're like, gotta get this money, man. Gotta get this money, man. You're like hustle and flow. So really, like, my emotions was tied to my bank account. So every unpaid bill, every late rent notice felt like a personal failure. It hit direct to my self-worth. My happiness seemed tied to my bank account, like I just said, fluctuating with the balance. It was a heavy chain, one that dictated my mood, my self-esteem, and even my relationships. I talk about that in the book more, but like, oh my gosh, like when I tell you money dictated my mood and my self-esteem, like I had so much confidence. Like when I had money, shoulders back, head up. Yes, I am that girl. No money, oh gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to be online. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to just sulk. And my relationships, I don't want to talk to anybody because I don't want them to know that I don't got it. I don't want to go anywhere. I ain't got it. So everything was affected. My mom wisdom echoed in my mind during one of the all too common moments of despair. Faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. Girl. Faith is the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. Okay. Come through with the wisdom. So when she said, but this time her words felt incomplete until I added my own understanding. Self-discipline is what keeps you climbing that staircase, step by step, no matter how steep. I realized that if I was going to change my financial situation, I had to change how I felt, how I let it affect my emotional well-being. And that's what I mean by before you can get more of the finances you desire, you have to change your mindset. How many videos on YouTube have you watched already where they telling you to change your mindset? So please think, I need to change my mindset. I need to think of wealth, be wealth, and believe and have faith that I deserve wealth. I realized that if I was going to change my financial situation, I had to change how I let it affect me emotionally. I had to break free from the cycle where money controlled my emotions. I decided to bet on myself in a way I never had before. I started freelance work, not just as a means to end, but the true start of my faith within myself. So I want you to realize in this chapter, I'm talking about self-discovery of how you have to have faith in yourself to be able to say, I can do it. You know what? I'm going to put myself out there. You know what? I'm going to, if I have to get a second job, I'm going to make the extra money to be able to, fund my lifestyle, maintain my lifestyle, and believe in yourself. That's really, that's really a big part of that faith. But every word I wrote, basically I was freelancing, doing writing. I was writing, and money was still tight in the beginning. It was tough, but I was still making money. Every word I wrote strengthened my resolve, my self-discipline solidifying with each assignment I completed. Parallel to my hustle, I was on a journey of financial education. So I started to really research. In the book, I'm saying that I devoured and researched beyond just YouTube. I mean, everything on managing finances, from budgeting basics to investment strategies. But knowledge wasn't enough. I had to apply the knowledge that I was learning with strict discipline. I started budgeting not just my money, but my time, my energy, and prioritizing tasks and expenses that align with my goals. I want you to think about that. Prioritizing tasks that aligns with your goals. So if your friends are out partying and out drinking and they're spending money on this and that, and you know, I have a goal, I want to go to Africa in August and it's January. I cannot spend $200 a night chilling with y'all, drinking with y'all, having a good time. I have to save that money, and within the next 6 months, I'll be going to where I want to go because I was self-disciplined. I prioritized my time and I prioritized my energy. So at the end of that 6 months, I can have the best time of my life, drink it up, party it up, do whatever you want. So back to the book, sorry. I started budgeting not just my money, but my time, my energy, prioritizing tasks and expenses that align with my goals. So set goals. Say, I want to get a new car. I want to get a new house. What are you saving for that new house? What are you saving for that new car? What priorities do you have in place? I want to be able to just maintain the bills that I have. How can you do that? Start to set goals. Slowly, I began to see progress. My savings grew, my debt shrank, and most importantly, my emotional dependency on money, on my financial status began to feel non-existent. Oh my gosh. Do you guys know how good that feels to be like, whether I got it or not? Listen, ever since I could remember, I've been popping my collar. So like, knowing that I got the confidence, I am her, I am the moment, regardless of what you may think or what you may have or the lack of that I may have. I am still who I say I am, and I still am going to walk in the faith with my shoulders back, my head up, and the love and the peace and the joy that God has given me. So that was one of the biggest wins for me, was to remove the emotional dependency. So one night, as I reviewed my finances and marveled at a small yet significant victory, I realized the profound shift within me. I no longer rode the emotional roller coaster that once defined my relationship with money. Through self-discipline, I learned to separate my worth from my wealth, my mood from my money. This is what the video is about. I want y'all to understand that. We'll break down like more financials if I do another part, but I want you to understand, separate your worth. Separate your worth from your wealth. You have been wonderfully and designed and made by the one and only Yahweh, Jesus Christ himself. So know you are worthy. You are worthy. You will get everything that is designed for you. And remove your worth from your wealth, because you are already wealthy, because you're in a kingdom. You watching this video, I know you are. I know you are. So I decided to separate my worth from my wealth, my mood from my money. Okay? Regardless, I'm gonna praise God. Regardless, I'm gonna have strength within my voice. I'm gonna have confidence when I walk in a room, regardless of the money I have, and that don't move me, because money's gonna fluctuate. But one thing, I'm gonna stand solid as a rock. I'm gonna stand on that business, okay? It was liberating, a freedom that transcended the numbers in my bank account. I learned that while money might dictate my circumstances, it didn't have to control my happiness or my sense of self-worth. I wasn't just surviving, I was thriving. My path was illuminated by the lessons learned, inspired by the strength of those like my mom who taught me the most valuable currency wasn't found in my wallet, but in the resilience of my spirit, in the depths of my personal growth. Girl. Yes, that's a word for somebody. That's a word for you. Your most valuable currency isn't found in your wallet. Isn't found in your resilience to get up and fight again, to get up and keep going. Get up when it's hard. Do it when you don't want to do it. I got a challenge, by the way, called Do It Anyway. So do it anyway. Let's say that. Now, I want you to think about your finances. I want you to think about your finances and declutter your mind, declutter your space, and get clear about what you need in this time and what it's time to let go. Look around at how you treat what God has blessed you with. It's time to make financial clarity, get financial clarity in your life and financial cleanup in your life. Like that old song, clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody. It's time to do your share. And I want you to start cleaning up your finances, cleaning up your space. And no matter where you live, what you have, treat it with care and love. Maintain it because it's given to you by God. And He wants to see how you will treat the little things because He wants to trust you with a lot. So before you start complaining or fussing about what you don't have and how you didn't have this and going back to your childhood, clean up your finances with intention. Clean up your mindset with appreciation and gratitude. It's time for you to have finances, faith, and follow through. And that's just a little chapter from my book. I want you guys to book a 15-minute with me or my team. We would love to talk to you about self-discovery while we're on this season of self-discovery. This is episode 3. And if nobody has told you today, I love you so much. You are worthy. God loves you. And you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And until next time, peace.